for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. She is a pop culture blogger, writer, and founder of AliceWorlds.net. No other than Miss Alyazia Aldhaheri. Welcome to Bukono One, Miss Alyazia, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Hi, my name is Alyazia. I'm a blogger and founder of Alice World. I've been doing this since 2019, and I have worked with a lot of brands and love coffee. And in the future, I'm publishing my book.
While looking for that book, Miss Alyazia, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world. So, Miss Alyazia, let's talk about or explore your journey of an independent pop culture blogger focusing on challenges and growth. Can you tell us about this?
Well, there's a lot of challenges, especially being, the first in the UAE as a female blogger. Um, it's not known, not a lot of people not a lot of, followers or members or even audience know a lot that about what is a blog. So most of the time they would be confused. They would think it's a content creation and freelancing or influencers. So it's very difficult to explain to them about what it is and how it's done. And most of them don't know what is a pop culture. So that's one of the biggest difficulties. The second difficult is trying to find international and local audience that will understand what is written and understand how it is and how to write and just the audience does not get the point, brands do not get the points. It's very difficult to get the attention of international and local brands also.
Miss Alicia, how do you carve out a unique voice in the crowded pop culture blogging space?
I crave out. I enjoy what I love. So when I feel that I am interested in something, I do it. So I usually use soft voices and just follow what I think in my own creative way. Because I'm also a big reader, so I always think ahead and to try to get that creative space all the time. So it's difficult, but it took the time to reach my own voice.
Certainly, I love your library in Abu Dhabi. It's a nice one. Visit them, people, or visit the library in Abu Dhabi. It's one of a kind. And Miss Alyazia, how do you balance creating content, staying current on trends, and managing the business sides of blogging?
It takes a lot of work. It's very difficult. Sometimes I feel myself, I'm very unorganized because I have to handle me being the business owner, me being having an assistant who's right now helping me, me being the creative, the strategy, the way I have to build and the way I have to do it. So it takes a long time for me to build this and try to make a calendar kind of way. So it every day is a new way, and it's difficult to answer this because it's always different. So it's always different with new ideas, with new strategy, with new trends. Every day is different. So I really cannot answer this because of how it is.
How do you cope with pressure of social media algorithms dictating your content reach?
It takes time, so I usually try my best to look at the algorithm, look at the insight, and figure out, okay, that's what I'm going to be doing today. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. So, from the SEO and the content, which is like very difficult to handle.
Indeed, people, what strategies help you to stay creatively energized when covering fast moving trends?
Mm. Sometimes I would say researching, reading. So, what really helps me most of the time is reading books. I'm a big fan of books. So, I have approximately over 300 books that I just read every single day. So, that helps me with strategizing for the whole different kind of blogs, anime. I watch anime. It helps me with the creativity. So that's the reason.
What was the begin or what's been your biggest challenge in growing and engaging an audience, and what breakthrough helped?
Well, the biggest challenge is to reach the local audience and then the brand marketing, which takes a long time to reach due to the reason of, having a difficulty within to go within the region. So it's really, really nerve wracking, to try to speak to them, especially doing it without an agency. That helps me out. I'm doing everything as a solo person, no agency. I am just working and just doing my best till the point where the breakthrough that I got was a Comic Con, Middle East Comic Con festival that contacted me, and this is the third year I've been working with them. Vox Cinema, which is a regional cinema in the Gulf. Which also gave me an opportunity to review their latest things, and also working with an indie publishing company to create some advertising on movies. So that's one of my biggest big breakthrough, and of course trying to see how everyone likes the audience and the audience are enjoying it. My biggest breakthrough is that would be all of these. So yeah.
Congratulations, Miss Alyazia. Congratulations. Keep up the good work. And how do you adapt when trend you've invested in fizzles out unexpectedly?
How do I adapt? It's difficult. Sometimes I have to try my best. I mean, I have a store also on the side, and I do different things other than Alice that helps me be able to get when I have unexpected things that I have to do in fees from ads, from Google ads, from Instagram ads, from whatever it is. Like whatever I need is usually from just working hard and trying to get achievable in that way.
Indeed. And have partnership or brand deals ever compromise your authenticity?
No, they have not, because I pick and choose what is available. Like I see before deciding and before getting contacted, I always check if this is a good brand deal. Like it doesn't make sense to get a brand deal from a non like a book or something that doesn't make any sense to my niche, like a travel agency, and I don't work about on travel agency, so it doesn't make sense. So I always check them. I do quality control to check everything is correct before accepting the brand deal.
What creative solutions did you develop when lacking budget for tools, events, or promotions?
I would, I have like, I try my best to create a store, I have tried to do a drop shipping store, which I'm not really proud of, but I had to do it to be able to um, get some monetary, be able to continue doing this. So I try my best. Like, I have a lot of Funko Pops right now and I want to sell them, so I try my best to see what I'm able to do, from shirts, from anything possible, to be able to continue with blogging and enjoying what I love.
Yes, that's the important people. You have the passion of what you're doing. And Miss Alyazia have that passion. And how do you push through creative blocks or periods where inspiration feels scarce?
Um, I mean, I try. I always, if I find that I am tired of something and I cannot do it, or it feels that I have to do it, I just push through and try to do it. But sometimes I take a little bit of break.
Yes, take a break. Have a Kit Kat, people. I hope Kit Kat will uh, advertise on Book 101. And Miss, have you ever faced pressure to promote something you don't believe in, and how do you respond?
If I ever do that, I usually, if I get an email, I would usually just refuse. And like I said, I check quality control, because I do get a lot of fake, fake sites like with drop shipping or anything like that. So I usually just refuse and do the quality control, where I check and do a full on blown research to make sure that this is not a correct site. And then I just email them back and just tell them, thank you, I don't need it anymore. So that's what I always do.
Indeed. What's one obstacle that blindsided you, like platform changes or losing followers? How did you recover?
If I lose followers or if I get anything on that, I know that this is social media, so it's not forever. So I cannot be sad and then look at it. And sometimes I do. I've gotten one little issue where a lot of the times when I mention that I am from the UAE, they just stop working with me due to the reason that they know that it's not acceptable. So they don't like it themselves. So that's one of the reasons. Like, I have a lot of reasons, but the two obstacles would definitely be um, the West not understanding that faceless bloggers can exist and we can work. So that's one of the biggest obstacles I've ever faced.
Indeed, a faceless blogger is everywhere. People, let's support them. How do you separate your identity from your blog to avoid burnout or overexposure?
I like try not to share anything that might be too personal. I try to stay away from any sharing anything too personal for safety reasons. And I always try to um, like avoid just concentrating on both of them. So I try to um, control both of them and make sure that it doesn't mix between.
Miss Elijah, as a pop culture blogger, writer, and founder of AlyasiaWorlds.net, what are your short-term and long-term goals?
My long term goals would definitely be publishing my fantasy book. And of course, seeing that the community and the audience and the difference, and sharing a lot about the UAE and making sure that the world sees the UAE as a place to visit and understand that the culture is amazing on it. So that's my ultimate goal for Alice World.
Yes, people, UAE is a nice country. Please do visit it. And good luck to your goals, Miss Alyazia. And what would be your advice or a piece of advice for those people out there want to create their blog, to create their own book, and to create their own business?
Start now. Don't wait and don't always try to follow the correct advice. So just keep going and don't let an obstacle stop you from doing what you love.
Yes, people, if you have the passion to be a blogger, to be a writer, or to be an entrepreneur, please do now. Stop procrastinating and share your talents to the world. So, Miss Elijah, what advantages do you lean into as an independent blogger that big media can replicate?
I would definitely say personality. And I would definitely say, doing it all alone and independence and just enjoying it and making sure that I can speak to the audience as they are and just making them enjoy it as much as possible.
Enjoyable indeed. When was a major failure or misstep led to a positive reinvention of your blog?
Um, well, there was a recent one. A lot of the time, I would this is a big issue that I'm sure that happens to a lot where was advised a very wrong advice on to do a certain topic and not try to contact. So the marketer told me that I hired that if I reach 100K, I have to start contacting. I don't contact anyone less than 100K unless I get 100K followers, which was a big wrong advice. He said that, but that never happened. So I have learned that sometimes you don't have to listen to every advice. You have to do your own digging and just not wait for the opportunity and just listen to completely everyone. You have to keep going and try your best to pitch, email, blog, do whatever you want, and don't let anyone tell you that you are lower than what you are.
Yes, indeed. Be proud of who you are and, of course, to your work. How do you deal with negative feedback or online trolls, especially when critiquing popular franchise?
I don't really reply because the more you reply, the more it ignites. So it's better to just stay away.
Yes, let it go, people. Let it go. What technical skills like SEO or web design was the hardest to learn, and how did you master it?
SEO would be the hardest to learn, keywords and Ubers and all these kind of things, especially SEO. I would say also the second one would be designing websites. I'm not a designer, so that was difficult to do, to be able to understand it. So I was able to go through it by, you know, figuring out and trying to look at different sites where I can get a template to do that. So basically I don't design. So yeah.
Okay, Miss Alyazia, before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting
Mhm.
you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season, abstract poetry in second season, and book 101 review in fifth season, comedy 101 in second season, food 101 in its fifth season, geography 101 in fourth season, love letters in third season, mental health 101 is my baby podcast, and movie 101 review it's in fourth season, Music 101 in its third season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 in its first season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. Miss Alyazia, what do you wish you'd known about resilience when starting your blogging journey, or your writing, or your business itself?
What do I wish is that I would say definitely learn more about psychology to understand more about the audience because it helps a lot. Second thing, I would say learning more about writing and just making sure that everything is understood and taking certificate as much as possible to do all that. So that's what I think. And third thing is just like patience. You need to have patience.
Patience is virtue, people. So have patience in everything. Patient. So Miss Alyazia Ad Aldhaheri, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world. So can you please invite our listeners to support your blog, your writing, and of course your business itself?
So I'm so happy to have you here. And I would love it if everyone just joins and looks at my alifware.net, my Instagram and social media to help me support and continue this journey as a pop culture blogger.
Yes, people, let's support Miss Alyazia Aldhaheri, because if you support her, more and more and more blogging to come, more writing to come, and of course, more business to come. So, Miss Alyazia, thank you so much for your time. More to come, people. See you soon.